What's up, guys? Join me as we do 5 different things from a dollar store that's going to save you money on this episode of Hack to Fish. Now, the reason I said save you money was because these gas prices are hard on people that fish. I mean, if you got a boat, you're getting it twice as bad. So, these are a few things that's going to help you in your fishing adventures and hopefully save you some money so you can go fishing. Let's get to number one. These hooks are at the dollar store. Well, Dollar Tree. Let me rephrase that. Somebody had a fit last time I said the dollar store, so let's say the Dollar Tree. Now, what I use these for is my monster hooks that I got fits down over these pretty good. It keeps them kind of organized. But I also use them for my barrel swivels that's got really big eyes, so that way if my box gets turned over or anything, I won't be losing a lot of barrel swivels. They connect easy on these, and all you gotta do is just take them out of the tackle box, push the handle down, and then you take your swivel or your hook off. Keeps things all nice and neat. Now, speaking of these little hooks, there is a bigger hook there for $1. Now, with it being a Dollar Tree, I wouldn't use this for climbing or anything or on a kayak. But what I did use mine for in the past was I kept it with me for my stringer and I could hook it on different stuff with a loop knot. But I've also used these on the bank and keeping my minnow traps. If you can find someplace you can hook this instead of tying it, real easy to check your minnow traps after that. For $1. Number 3 is something I keep in my box that is with the gas prices and diesel prices, everything of taking supplies and stuff has gone up a lot. And I like to keep a little storage box with me like this. Just throw it in my box that's got little floats, little hooks, and stuff like that, but I don't want them in my other boxes because I really don't open it that much. I don't really lose a lot of stuff to catch bait like bluegills and stuff, so I just keep this little box in there. It's in the crab section of the Dollar Tree, and most of the problems with the boxes in the past, I've noticed they open really easy, and this one don't seem to be like that. Most of the ones in the past you get there, you can do like this and they come open, you lose your stuff. That's why I haven't put a lot of boxes from Dollar Tree on there. But they had 4 different colors, and I got the orange. They also have pink boxes there for you ladies out there that fish at the Dollar Tree. Now, you bank fishing guys, if you're like me, sometimes you carry a hammer with you. I carry 2 hammers with me because I have some homemade rod holders that they have big nuts on them for hammering in the ground that I've had somebody's weld on there for me. But when it comes close to the PVC and the rebar getting close together, I usually carry a rubber mallet with me. Now, there's many uses you can use for these rubber mallets. I've heard people are taking them, and when they catch catfish and they know they're going to keep them, for some reason they hit them in the head and go ahead and kill them. throw them in a cooler for ice. But if you need a rubber mallet, got one at the Dollar Tree for $1. Alright. The next thing I found at the Dollar Tree is more of a, you have to do a little bit more work on it. It's a DIY project. But you can get 3 of these hard baseballs at the Dollar Tree. And just let me show you what I did in this video. Alright guys, this is a test run of the dollar store baseball slip float. Got a hand-sized bluegill on there. I've done cast it out 2 or 3 times. Seems to be pretty durable. I've also got a 1/2 ounce weight on a uni knot on there to hold that bluegill down. It seems to be pretty good. I don't know how much weight it will hold, but I do believe it'll set a circle hook. So, it's just an idea. Alright, as you can see, I had casted that bluegill a lot. I cast it 5, 6 times, but I casted it on a baitcaster reel. If I would have been casting it on a spinning reel, it would have been a lot easier. But I took E60 and I glued this hole shut because the bolt that I put in it was too small to get a good grip on it. And then this end, I took a eye hook for pictures and screwed in it, and also put E60 in it. Let it set 24 hours. But you have to bend this eye right here open to put the swivel on here. Now, the reason I was talking about testing this was because I made 3 different one of these. One was with the E60, like I just showed you. One was with JB Weld. And one was with JB Bell Marina. Now, the E60 hardened and is more sturdy than the regular JB Weld. There's some kind of coating on this baseball that when you turn the bolt, it came loose easy from the JB Weld. The JB Weld Marina stuff was so thin that it would not stay over his hole. It kept on seeping down there. And no matter how much I put on it, it just kept on going down there and I couldn't get it to seal. So, the E60 for this stuff seemed to work better. Unless you've got a different way to seal this. I didn't try 2-part epoxy. I'd say 2-part epoxy would hold up better, except for when it's cold or when it's really hot. Because I used to forge knives, and when the epoxy is really cold or really hot, it makes it kind of brittle to hold your handles on. So I figured it'd be the same way with this. Now, if you night fish, this plastic will probably, you can paint it a glow-in-the-dark. And then use a glow-in-the-dark paint at night for your live bluegills. Now, I didn't put a little bluegill on there. Like I said in the video, the bluegill was the size of my palm of my hand. And he stuck out on this side. This fin stuck out this side. It's a pretty good sized bluegill. But the test yesterday showed that it will hold up during casting, even on a casting reel and a casting rod. Now, the way I set that up was I took a sinker slide and ran through this. And like I said, I tied a uni knot, put a bead before the sinker slide, and then another swivel down at the bottom. And that 1/2 ounce sinker set on top of that other swivel. That would hold the bluegill down. so it won't be fluttering to the top or anything like that. But I'll probably be testing these this summer and see how long they last. But I think this is a pretty cheap idea considering how much floats are. And like I said, it's not styrofoam or anything. It's a hard plastic. Now, if you have some products from the dollar store that you use on fishing, balloons or anything like that, that's used for floats, go ahead to my Facebook group, Hack to Fish, share what you have. And throw some ideas out there. We can talk stuff around. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that bell down there, subscribe, and it will let you know when any of my videos come out. Or just hit the Hack to Fish symbol down there, and it will let you subscribe that way. Till again, this is Hack to Fish, trying to save you some gas money, and I am